It's a pleasant moment to you wherever you are watching Ogun State Television. Welcome to the news at 8. I am Adebola Oshomoji. First, the highlight. President Tinubu urges African leaders to build a united, people-oriented continent. Nigeria, France sign letters of intent on critical infrastructure. Okonjo-Iweala reappointed WTO Director General. And on the foreign scene, Chad ends military deal with France.
And also on the news tonight, Nigeria's Communications Commission, NCC, to introduce new tariff structure for telecoms operators. I'll bring you details of this and more stories on the business segment of the news. I am Opeyemi Adeomi. Don't go away.
On sports news tonight, Nigeria's Lukman Ekong Oshoala Onuachu make shortlist for 2024 FIFA Best Awards. Details of this and more on the sports segment of the news. I am Emmanuel Dasado. Stay with us.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And don't forget that you can watch us live on Facebook at Ogtv, Ogun State Television, YouTube at Ogtv Abeokuta, and on Ogtv website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For the latest news and reports, you can check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Instagram at Ogun State Television, or download Ogtv app on Apple Store and Google Play Store. We begin with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who called on African leaders to prioritize building an interconnected continent that resonates with its people and prioritizes their welfare and development. Speaking during a state dinner hosted by the French government at the Palais des Elysées in Paris, Tinubu emphasized that Africa must embrace a collaborative and people-centered approach to governance and development. The Nigerian leader encouraged both the Nigerian and French citizens to uphold the cordial relationship shared by their nations. Tinubu acknowledged the warm reception and expressed gratitude for France's demonstrated commitment to Africa. He noted that the depth of understanding and engagement exhibited by the French leadership reflect a foresight that is invaluable for fostering stronger partnerships. Tinubu also highlighted the historical struggles of France to establish freedom, democracy, and commitment as guiding principles. He described this effort as an inspiring example for African leaders, emphasizing that such values should serve as a foundation for Africa's collective progress. Underscoring the need for unity and development, Tinubu urged African leaders to move beyond rhetoric and work towards creating a continent that truly serves its people. He noted that the shared effort of Africa and its partners like France could pave the way for sustainable development and improved governance. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his French counterpart, Emmanuel Macron, have taken bold steps to deepen bilateral relations between Nigeria and France by signing two critical agreements aimed at fostering infrastructure development and food security. The milestone event took place during an economic forum at the Palais Elysée in Paris during President Tinubu's state visit. Earlier, President Tinubu and President Macron witnessed the signing of the agreement by the United Bank for Africa, UBA, Chairman Tony Elumelu and Mr. Anthony Ahmad, the French Minister of Economy, Finance and Industry for the bank, to commence operations in Paris. Zenith Bank also inaugurated its services in the country during the visit. Nigeria's Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Waliedon and Amand signed the letter of intent. According to the document, the two countries affirmed their commitment to work together on investment and development of critical infrastructure, healthcare, transportation, agricultural value chain, renewable energy, and human capital development through diverse financial and technical assistance programs of over 300 million euros spread across all geopolitical zones in the country. The Minister of Finance, Edon, and Chief Executive Officer of the French Development Agency, Remy, signed another letter of intent to support the renewed Hope Agenda reforms designed to stimulate and strengthen the economy. Nigeria's Okonjo-Iweala has been reappointed as the Director General of the World Trade Organization. This is her second term in office. Her present stint will end on 31 August 2025. She was the first elected in 2022, the WTO DG on February 15, 2021. Okonjo-Iweala, the first woman and the first African to head the WTO, was the only candidate in the race. The 70-year-old Nigerian's reappointment was approved by consensus during a special meeting of the organization's General Council held behind closed doors. Her current term ends in August 2025, and the appointment process for the next mandate had initially been scheduled to take months. In a bid to make transportation more affordable for its environment and resident, Ogun State government has engaged stakeholders to mitigate the effect of CNG reform initiative in the state. This was made manifest during a visit by the officials of the Ministry of Transportation to Ogun State Public Works Training Center and CNG buses parks in Ogun State, where a Train the Trainers program is being held on the vehicle conversion from petrol to CNG. Toyin Ogundepe completes the reports.
As Ogun State government continue to provide respite for the citizens to cope with the high cost of petrol, stakeholders in transport have been engaged to mitigate the effect on the people through the CNG option. The visit to the conversion center is also to showcase the achievement recorded so far in this regard. Officials of the Ministry of Transportation at the CNG training center at Abeokuta, where the conversion was taking place.
Not all vehicles that are convertible. Some, if they don't pass the computerized vehicle inspection test, they will not be converted. So that is why we are here. As we all know that CNG, as good as it may, safety is very important.
100% safe. It is more safer than diesel and petrol because gas is lighter than air. If suppose it is getting leakage any time, it will be evaporating in the atmosphere.
Speaking of the initiative, some of the stakeholders explain that the conversion process is in stages.
You know, they already have the technical skills. This one is an upgrade. However, with the training model that we are using, which is model towards the National Operation Standard, which is of course being run by the National Board for Technical Education. So the structure is that you have to have all this knowledge as an automobile technician.
The training is not bad. We are enjoying it. It's not that too fast to learn, but it's something you want to learn and you concentrate, you know it.
The tax team also visited Olomore to see the effect of the CNG buses in the state.
6:30, we do pick the students from here to their schools to Gateway. So from Gateway to Adaton. So our peak period is 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock to 11.
Commuters appreciated the effort of the governor as the buses relieved them from the high transfer fare.
Taizin ìtàbá pípé láti ibi ìtọ́sìn sí láfẹ̀wá wọ́n máa pẹ́ 300 pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bẹ̀ bọ́ ilé yìí bọ́ọ̀sì yìí ìtàbá láti bíbá yìí sí láfẹ̀wá wọ́n máa gbọ́ wàásù lọ́wọ́ wa ìgbà míì ìgbà tí ó di pé bóyá epo tó wọ́n wàásù ni ìgbà tí epo tí wọ́n ní sí ló di 100 naira.
Commuters urge governments to release more CNG buses to serve the state better. Toyin Ogundipe Ogtv News.
Ogun State House of Assembly member representing Ipokia Idiroko State constituency, Honorable BC Oyedele, has organized an engagement meeting with primary school teachers of the Ipokia local government area of the state. The meeting provided an opportunity for the lawmaker to listen to their yearnings as well as to deliberate on the way forward. Ayodeji Tomori Oluomi was at Ipokia local government primary school, venue of the engagement. His report.
Taking accountability as the watchword, Ogun State House of Assembly member representing the Ipokia Idiroko constituency, Honorable BC Oyedele, organized an engagement meeting with primary school teachers of Ipokia local government. The meeting, which is the second of its kind, avails Honorable Oyedele the opportunity to appreciate the teachers for their support and to tender his scorecards ever since his assumption as their lawmaker.
I am standing before you today, and I want to assure you that whatever the problem is that we are facing in our primary schools in Ipokia local government, I want to put together this in a communique which will be submitted to the Ministry of Education for express action.
Education stakeholders as well as political leaders of the local government lauded the initiative with gratitude to Honorable Oyedele for deeming it fit to engage with them.
When our is going for this post, we call this gathering as we did today. Now promise us that when he gets to that post, he will call us and gather us together to say the big thanks.
It's just like we have never had a representative like him representing Ipokia and Idiroko State constituency before, because he has been performing very, very well.
This is the first time I see an honorable member
Given the promise
that will
the Prophet Muhammad said, let me
gather this type of people and be telling them what has been happening
that is not
at the end of the at the state level. The fact has really been trying to bridge the gap between the government and the people.
He's doing well and we really enjoy it. Also, the governor are doing well for the teachers of the state. It's not Ipokia alone.
But like Oliver Twist, more was asked from the lawmaker by the leadership and representatives of the teachers, but all were adequately documented for actions. Ayodeji Tomori Oluomi, Ogtv News.
Constructed in 1979, the Ogun State House of Assembly complex for 45 years has not witnessed a major change in outlook, but all that has changed now with the restructuring of the complex by the Prince Dakwa Abiodun-led administration. Our Assembly correspondent Kolawole Osho brings this report, and the details are presented in this package.
The major renovation of the Ogun State House of Assembly complex was aimed at upgrading the old complex to a modern facility which will create a more conducive environment for members and staff of the legislative arm of government, thereby making legislative business more convenient for the state lawmakers.
That it is happening in my own time. It's a divine intervention. I give all glory to God. I appreciate the cooperation and the collaboration of His Excellency, the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Adedapo Abiodun.
The building is as old as the state itself. Yes, truth must be said. One must commend the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Adedapo Abiodun, for at least doing this during his own term.
The renovated one can be taken for a new building as well. This is a very good one, and I would like to use the opportunity to thank Mr. Governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, CON, for this kind gesture.
Speaker, Right Honorable Oluda Etelemide, who from time to time has been monitoring the project, assesses the level of work.
The level of completion, I'll say 95%, will be ready to be used as scheduled. Though using phases, but the 2 phases have been completed. So we are working to schedule.
He commended the state governor, Prince Dakwa Abiodun, for counting the 45-year-old structure worthy of undergoing major restructure and to meet standards obtained in other legislative houses in the country.
After the commissioning, we are going into the main office, the interior. You see that the chambers, the exterior work, the toilets, a borehole, those ones have already been done, but the internal offices, they are going to move into the internal offices so that the interior will be as good as the exterior.
Majority and minority leaders of the House, Honorable Sharif Yusuf and Honorable Lukman Adeleye, described the development as laudable. According to them, this will enhance legislative business in the state while promoting continuous synergy with the executive arm of government.
It's going to create a very conducive environment for the legislator to do their legislative businesses. So it's a very good one. I want to appreciate Mr. Governor for giving us this building.
The synergy has always been there. This is happening in our eyes. As you can see, we now have a chamber that can compete with committee of other chamber. We have an exterior design that I will rate #1 in the entire Southwest. I think the governor deserves to be commended.
The equally promised robust legislation for the state to move forward.
Still ahead, federal government to regulate licensed space sector to boost revenue. More news and report after the break.
Just a clinic. It's caring for people by being there when they need us. It's better health care for future generations. If a single clinic improves the lives of communities, imagine how many more lives and livelihoods are improved because of what we do together. This is what our foundation is built on, inspiring a future where no community is left behind. NCN Foundation, 20 years of inspiring good where it matters.
Glad to have you back. You're still watching Ogtv News at 8. The Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Naji, has said the federal government will soon commence the regulation and licensing of players in the space ecosystem for more revenue generation. Naji said this at the inauguration of the Advanced Unmanned Area Vehicles Laboratory of the National Space Research and Development Agency in Abuja. The inauguration of the laboratory was part of the activities to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Nigeria in space. Naji stated that there were a lot of illegalities in the oil and gas sector and different sectors of the economy which satellite technology could detect and address. In his remarks, the Director General of NASDA, Matthew Adepoju, said the agency deserved to go into deploying space spin-offs, and it was seriously engaging the private sector to develop the space ecosystem. The formal swearing-in ceremony of the 2024 Batch C Stream 1 orientation exercise for newly posted corps members to Ogun State for the National Youth Service Corps has been held at the Gateway International Stadium, Shagamu, where corps members were charged to be diligent in the discharge of their duties. Emmanuel Dasaolu completes the report.
These are
prospective corps members deployed to Ogun State for the 2024 NYSA Batch C Stream 1 orientation course and are ready to be sworn in as full corps members ready to serve their fatherland. The state coordinator of the National Youth Service Corps in Ogun State at the ceremony charged the corps members to take advantage of all the opportunities availed to them by the scheme.
The orientation exercise, which is structured and regimented, is designed to instill in the corps members a disciplined mindset and sense of self-reliance necessary to confront the challenges that lie ahead during and after the service year. In the light of this, I want you to take every aspect of the orientation course very seriously.
Oath of allegiance was thereafter administered by the Chief Justice of Ogun State, represented by Honorable Justice Adeokuta Jibodu. The state governor, represented by the Commissioner for Sport Development, says the state recognizes the vital role of youth as drivers of the economy.
You have officially begun your journey of national service. I am confident that you are well prepared to make Ogun State proud through your dedication and contribution in your host communities and places of primary assignment. As an administration, we recognize the vital role of youth as drivers of economic, social, and political development. This is why we are committed to creating an enabling environment for corps members to explore their full potential and contribute meaningfully to the advancement of our state.
Over 1,700 youths are scheduled to pass through a 3-week structured and regimented orientation exercise designed to instill a disciplined mindset to confront the challenges that lie ahead during and after their service year. Emmanuel Dasaulu, Ogtv News.
Congratulations to corps members deployed to Ogun State. The Chief Judge of Ogun State, Honorable Justice Mosumola Dikpeolu, has granted pardon to 14 inmates who have been awaiting trial at the state correctional centers without proper prosecution. The release was ordered during a jail delivery exercise held at the Judiciary Complex in Kobakbe, Abeokuta. Aderonke Oladele completes the report.
As part of ongoing effort to alleviate overcrowding in Ogun State correctional centers, the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Honorable Justice Mosumola Dikpeolu, has ordered the release of 14 awaiting trial inmates from different correctional facilities across the state. Honorable Justice Dikpeolu emphasized that the release of the inmates was not an indication of their innocence, but rather a result of systematic issues within the legal process, from misplaced case files by the police or lack of diligent prosecution by the authorities. She highlighted that under the law, these individuals are considered innocent until proven guilty by a competent court.
This exercise is a testament to our judiciary's unwavering dedication to the pursuit of justice and the protection of human rights. As we review the cases before us, I am reminded of the importance of fairness, compassion, and rehabilitation. Our role as adjudicators is not only to uphold the law, but also to ensure that justice is tempered with mercy.
Stakeholders in the justice system pointed out that such periodic releases help reduce congestion in the correctional centers and improve the overall functioning of the judicial system.
We are expecting more to be done because these little people, CJ was able to release today, it will definitely reduce tension in our facilities.
And we see these people, there are some people that don't even have a case file. There are some people that they don't know their offenses, they're just there. They don't know what they are doing there, and these people have future. So doing this is a great thing to do.
Released inmates expressed their gratitude, with many hopeful about the opportunity to reintegrate into the society.
I have learned seriously. As I be as a free man today, I know when I dey for prison, I learn work. So as from now, I'm going to do my work.
The jail delivery exercise aims to address the backlog of cases and reduce overcrowding, offering a chance for reflection and growth, and enabling former inmates to re-enter society as a productive citizens. Adirunke Oladile, Ogtv News.
Ogun State Local Government Election Petition Tribunal has been charged to decide each case based on the law, the evidence presented, and conscience as judges. The Chief Judge of Ogun State, Justice Musumola Dikpeolu, gave the charge while swearing in Mrs. Aluko Arowolu and 3 other tribunal judges in Abeokuta. Fowora Adesanwo reports.
One of the 3 chairmen of Ogun State Local Government Election Petition Tribunal, Mrs. Aluko Arowolu, was the first to swear to the oath of office and allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thereafter, Mrs. Adetola Adekombi Adeoye, Kehinde Ahmed Bada, and Ashafa Folake Soliat took their turn separately before the Chief Judge of Ogun State, Honorable Justice Musumola Dikpeolu. Justice Dikpeolu said the electoral law of Ogun State empowered the Chief Judge to establish and swear in one or more panels of election tribunals.
I think about this time last week, we saw in some members of the Election Petition Tribunal. This is the last set that will be swearing in to balance up the membership and to comply with the provisions of the law.
To the chairmen and members of the tribunal, Justice Musumola Dikpeolu told them to discharge their sacred duty to adjudicate disputes arising from the November 16, 2024 electoral process with integrity, and their decision, which must not affect the immediate parties, but must also resonate across the state, shaping the public's faith in the judiciary and in democracy.
The public must perceive you as impartial, dispensing justice without fear, favor, or prejudice. Our own Honorable Justice Kayode Esho once remarked, I quote, "Justice is not a one-way traffic. It is not justice for the appellant only. Justice is not even only a two-way traffic. It is really a three-way traffic. Justice for the appellant, justice for the respondent, and justice for the society at large."
She told them to always remember that the judiciary is the last hope of the common man, adding that their work in the tribunal has potential to strengthen the fabrics of democracy. Adefowora Adesanwo, Ogtv News.
Comrade Alhassan Yahya has emerged president of the Nigeria Union of Journalists after the expiration of the tenure of the outgoing Chris Isiguzo in a keenly contested election in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Alhassan Yahya polled 436 votes to clinch of the presidential position of the union, while Dele Atombi had 97 votes and the third contestant 39. Bumi Adegun was in Owerri and he completes the story.
The Ogun State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists was fully represented at the 8th Triennial Delegates Conference, dressed in the state's green and yellow color. The opening session preceded all activities, and the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, was the special guest of honor with the theme Media and Democracy, Journalists' Role in Holding Leaders Accountable.
Journalists must be symbols of truth. You must diligently verify facts and provide accurate and unbiased reporting. It is this commitment to truth that builds public trust.
Next was a business session where the outgoing president, Chief Chris Ezeguzo, and his team gave account of their tenure and also prepared for the next election.
6 years ago, you entrusted me with the leadership of this great union. Together, we have raised the bar. We have redefined what it means to be a journalist in Nigeria. We have given the NUJ and indeed journalism a pride of place, not only within our borders, but also on the global stage.
The time then came for the election that will usher in a new president for the next 3 years in office. 3 candidates, Alassane Yahya, Dele Atumbi, and Garba Mohammed, in their last canvass for votes with over 1,000 journalists who converged on Owerri in Imo State, ready to take their destiny in their hands. Victory dance by Alhaji Alassane Yahya as he was announced as the newly elected president of the Nigeria Union of Journalists.
This election, no victor, no vanquish. We are going to open doors for those that we participate in this election, and I want to assure you, we want to prioritize issues around insurance for journalists in Nigeria.
And as the curtain falls on the 8th Triennial Delegates Conference, which produced a new president with his team, the expectations are high that the image of the union needs to be improved upon. From Owerri in Imo State, Bumi Adigun reporting for Ogtv News.
Over 40 people have been benefited from a free medical outreach organized by Orbit Africa Properties, a real estate company committed to supporting the health and well-being of the less privileged in the society. The team led Mr. Wisdom Oluwaseun Okoko said the company was committed to making a difference in the community by actively creating awareness of neurological disorders and promoting education towards ensuring early detection and intervention. Nkem Agu was there in a report.
Towards participating in the effort at providing quality care and support to the less privileged and the elderly ones who are often overlooked by the healthcare system, Orbit Africa Properties organized this medical outreach, this time not only for the elderly but across all age groups. With the belief that the state of wellness is a continuous process, the company organized a free urine test, weight check, pulse, blood pressure, general body medical checks, and donation of free drugs to patients in relation to their diagnosis, and also distributed food to the children of the community. To the beneficiaries, this lifetime opportunity is a welcomed development that must be applauded considering the prevailing economic challenges.
We appreciate them for giving us free health check and drugs. This is done for all of us at Masha community.
I
want to use this medium to reach out to all to avoid self-medication, and we thank the sponsors of this healthcare program. Orbit Africa Properties will continue to grow in leaps and bounds for extending this good gesture to our community.
The team lead, Orbit Africa Properties, Wisdom Oluwaseun Okoko, who was fully on ground for the exercise, emphasized that the company works closely with the community organizations to identify and address the unique needs of the elderly as a way of giving back to the people.
We are also calling on 1 million Nigerians, companies, organizations to also emulate this. We know that the country is beautiful. Everybody is feeling the heat and all that. Let's see how we can show love to especially to people who are seemingly at the lower cadre of life.
Mr. Wisdom Okoko thanked the community for accommodating them and urged them to always go for their medical checkups to know their state of health. The The event is the first of its kind, and according to Mr. Wisdom Okoko, they look forward to more services to humanity. Orbit Africa Properties Limited is a fast-rising real estate development, management, and marketing company who, through our driven goal and diligent team, specialize in providing exceptional real estate services to buyers, sellers, and investors. Nkem Agu, Ogtv News.
Ogtv Santa Claus has made his grand arrival in Abeokuta, bringing joy and gift to residents of the capital city and its environs. The festive figure, who journeyed from Rome, has been making his rounds around the city, spreading Christmas cheer. Aderonke Oladile report that this event promises to bring a touch of holiday magic to the heart of Ogun State. A report.
The magic of Christmas is in the air as Ogun State Television welcomes Santa Claus, who has made his annual journey from Rome to bring festive and joy to the region. This holiday season, the arrival of Santa Claus was celebrated by the station staff, who excitedly kicked off the season of giving and sharing love with the community. Representing the General Manager of Ogtv, the Assistant General Manager, News and Current Affairs, Mr. Abiodun Alabi, emphasized this year's festivities at Ogtv is to bring happiness to both viewers and residents of Abeokuta.
Christmas from Rome, just landed from Rome, and Santa Claus. We want to actually use this opportunity to announce the beginning of the Christmas show of Ogun State Television. It's been a very, very exciting year for us, and we hope to cap it up with this event.
Santa Claus then made his way around Abeokuta, spreading cheer throughout the city. The local community greeted him warmly, as children and adults alike reveled in the excitement of his visit. Chairman of the Ogtv 2024 for the Christmas Planning Committee, Morenikeji Shobaloju, outlined exciting plans for this year's Christmas event.
Santa Claus has just arrived from Rome, and we are going to town. We're telling people that in the flight of Ogtv, the Santa Claus has arrived. This year, it's not going to be of exception, because we are looking at different grottos, and we have lineup of activities. Our opening ceremony is going to, take place on the 2nd. That's Monday, December 2024 at June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta.
The station's grotto, a traditional holiday attraction, will be open for public viewing. Visitors will be able to explore the grotto at the Ogtv station on Ajebo Road in Abeokuta, with additional locations at Yewa Frontier Hotel in Ilaro and the Cultural Center in Abeokuta, offering similar festive displays. Aderunke Oladile, Ogtv News.
Meanwhile, the opening ceremony of the 2024 Ogtv Father Christmas Show will hold on Monday, 2nd of December 2024, under the distinguished chairmanship of Dr. Ishak Adekunle Salako, the Honorable Minister of State for Health. In a release by the committee chairperson, Morenikeji Shobaloju, the wife of Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, who is the mother of the day, will unveil the grotto for the use of the public, while Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, Speaker, Ogun State House of Assembly, is the special guest of honor. Also expected at the ceremony are Honorable Wega Nasser Isiaka, member representing Yewa North Imekwa from local government constituency, as Father of the Day, while Right Reverend Jeremiah Okunola, Bishop, African Church Solution Camp, Leme Abeokuta, is the spiritual father of the day, and Alayelua Oba Professor Alexander Olusegun Magrigo Olu Orile Ilao Abeokuta is the royal father of the day, amongst other invited guests. Venue is the June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto, Abeokuta, beginning from 11 in the morning. The show will, however, run till 24th of December 2024, with the Santa Claus giving out gift to the kids at 2,500 naira only per child. The family of Alan Taylor has announced the passing of their matriarch, Madam Elizabeth Allen Taylor, who slept in the Lord on Thursday, 12th September 2024 at the age of 92 years. Funeral arrangement will commence on Monday, 2nd December 2024 with service of song at Honorable Allen Taylor Cottage, Liberty Estate, Ladiri, Abeokuta at 12 noon, followed by the movement of the body to Ugaga Ogoja Cross River State on Tuesday, 3rd December 2024. The Christian wake will take place on Wednesday, 4th December at Ofoboche Compound, Ugaga Ogoja by 4 in the evening, as Thursday, 5th December is slated for funeral service at the Ofoboche Compound. Interment follows at the same compound, while reception will be at the open space Ugaga Playground. Business news is next when we return. To stay with us.